Hi, I'm Lindsay. For the sake of this role play, I'm going to be referring to the family as the Smith family, Carol and Scott, and their son and daughter, Amy and Matthew. Hello, Smith family. I'm Lindsay. I'm going to be your therapist. We're going to be working together for a while. And I would like to just get to know you guys a little bit. I have your intake, so I have some information, but I would like to hear from you guys. So I was thinking we could do introductions. You can tell me your name, and then tell me one thing that you find as a strength for yourself or something that you're good at. Do you want to go ahead and start, Matthew? Okay. So Matthew, you're 17 and you play football. You're good at football. That's great. How long have you been playing? 3 years. Awesome. And Amy, you are 14. What is something you're good at? Awesome. It sounds like you're really great at investing in your friend group. What a great support to have. And Scott, sounds like you are very proud of the hard work that you do to provide for your family. That's awesome. I imagine it's been a bit of a challenge not being able to do that, having been injured at work recently, right? Yeah. And Carol, you are good at yoga. I love it. That's really important. I'm glad to hear that you're taking care of yourself and doing some of that self-care work, being in a helping profession and being a parent and maybe even a caregiver as your husband has been injured. That's great information to have. Thank you, guys. So we've been talking for about 40 minutes now, and we're getting a lot of good information from each other. One thing I want to address is, Scott, I feel like you're expressing a lot of frustration around communication with Carol. I'm wondering if you can just directly speak to her and let her know a very specific challenge that you're having with that. Okay, so it's when you feel like she's not stopping what she's doing to listen to what you're saying. Okay. Carol, how do you respond to that? Right. Okay. So Scott, do you hear her saying that she's busy and it's hard for her to stop? She feels like she has a lot of pressure of things to do around the house. Okay. All right. Moving forward, what I want to highlight for you guys is what we know about family structure is that we sort of get in habits and we create patterns, and then we just sort of do these things over and over and over again. And so one thing that happens is that we start to not be super aware of what we're doing and how we're contributing to these patterns because they're just second nature. We do it mindlessly. It just happens. And so for homework this week, I would like you all to try to focus on some of these patterns that you might see, something that you catch yourself doing day in, day out, or an automatic response that you have when someone says or does something. And then we can begin to see where those things are productive and where they might need a little bit of help. I think you guys all have great potential to sort of polish up those communication skills and build a lot of understanding with each other. I think it's awesome that you're all here today and that you're willing to do this work, and I'm excited to work with you. Does anybody have questions before we end? Yeah, so our sessions will be weekly, and initially it will just be all of us all together each time. Anything else? Okay. So again, the homework is to try to identify some of those like habitual patterns, and then we will discuss them again next week. Thank you for coming in today.